Hello and welcome everyone to Pro NoCoders Office Hours, episode number 172. My name is Tonya and I'm your host. We're here with members Ritesh and Ben. We're going to get started in just a moment, but first I want to tell you a little bit about what Office Hours is. Every day of the week, we hold office hours for our members of the Office Hours subscription at Pro NoCoders, and we invite them onto our Zoom, which we broadcast live for the first hour, and they can ask us any question they want about Bubble, and we will do our best to answer it. And sometimes we can, and sometimes we can't. Most of the time we can, but not everybody has all of the answers. It's just part of life. We just promise that you won't suffer alone. So if you would like to join us and ask us your Bubble questions, please go to pronocoders.com and you can sign up either for office hours and come hang out with us on the Zoom calls, or if you don't really feel comfortable with that or you just need quick answers, you can also sign up for the Pro NoCoders Vault, which just became live a little over a week ago, and we're really proud of it. You can search for any keyword you want, and if we have a video on it, it will pop up because we've made them highly searchable, very well organized. We've even time-stamped the videos so you can find exactly what you need without having to watch a lot of video that was unnecessary. So, all right, it's time to get started. Welcome. Let's see, Ritesh, do you have any questions to start?
Yes. So before question, I think we can just show with the DigiCards last time. We were unable to get the privacy rules done.
Okay.
Suchitra has gone ahead and tried it, and it seemed to work. We just want to ensure that that's the right way.
Okay, sure. Let's have a look.
Suchitra, can you share your screen and show what you've done?
Yeah, just 1 second.
Oh,
Just a second.
are you not able to share your screen?
Suchitra?
Yeah, we are. Cherry.
There we go.
So we have done something like this.
Okay.
So the card name is not empty. Last time he mentioned that there should be some condition which will always be true, right? And the card name is not empty. Card's full name is not empty. Okay. So we have given this one where this card's full name is not empty, and we have ticked all the options that's required. And come down. Yeah, here everyone else, we have unticked everything.
Okay.
And it seems to work. So I guess this is good enough, right?
Yep. So you want a non-logged in user.
Right.
Scroll up just a little bit. So you want a non-logged in user,
right,
to be able to see everything here that's checked, as long as the card's full name is not empty.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
That will work.
Good.
Yep. The only thing that is like potentially, so is the user field on this one, it's referring to the user that created it?
Sorry?
The user field on this data type is referring to the user that created the thing in the database?
Yeah.
Okay. Awesome. And so, and there's nothing user related that they would need to see where you're showing the card, right?
No, user is directly, I mean, all the cards are connected to user, and all the details that needs to be shown on the front for the non-locked user are available in the card.
Okay. Yep. So if this is working, then yeah, your non-logged in user will be able to see all of these things. And then
Mhm.
if the card's full name
Mhm.
is empty, then they won't be able to see it at all.
Okay. And they won't be able to search for other cards without having the right link.
No. So this means that you've made this available
Mhm.
so that anyone who happens to land on the link would be able to see it.
Okay. Yeah. That's exactly what we want.
Yeah. So if they don't have the link and they know how to somehow search, like send a query into Bubble's database, then they would be able to find these things. But this is not protected in the sense that you don't have to have a special code in order to see it, other than the link being like, if you consider the link a sufficient code, then it's fine.
Okay. We're just using slug in the code. I mean, in the link, and the slug is with regards to the name.
Yeah. So I mean, so technically, I can go to the app and I can type in random slugs until I land on one.
Okay. Yeah.
Right.
That's fine. I mean, I don't think so we can do anything about it.
Yep. No, I think that should be fine. There's not, like, you don't have any like super, I mean, people take their, like, this is sort of tantamount to the business card, right? And you can't guarantee that when you're giving out your business card that the person isn't going to drop it on the street and someone else would pick it up, right? So
right.
No, I think it's okay.
Good, thank you.
Yeah, of course.
Okay, fine. I mean, do we have anyone else who asked questions?
Yep, Ben is here.
Okay.
I'm going to check in with Ben and see.
Yeah, sure. Hi, Ben.
Hey.
How's it going, Ben?
Much better now.
So that I can stop sharing.
Yeah, much better. Oh, you're feeling better?
Oh,
yes.
Yeah.
I'm glad.
Yeah. So quick question to put you on the spot, Tonya. What's happening for the 200th episode? It's coming up fast.
Ooh, it is coming up fast.
We're going to have a little online Zoom party.
Yes, we will have an online Zoom party for the 200th. I have to check and see which day of the week it's going to fall on.
Yeah.
Because it used to be that Fridays were like my 5 and my 10s were on Fridays, but now we're doing ever since Pablo started his, it kind of threw us off a little. So I have to check and see which day of the week and we can plan something.
It'll be Friday.
It will be a Friday. Okay.
Yep.
Okay, that's good. So which date?
It'll be on 14th of January, I believe.
14th of January. Okay, that gives me time to plan. So we will plan something fun. So woohoo.
So actual question, sorry.
Any requests for the 100th episode? I think we just made it into a podcast because I was having internet problems that day.
Yeah, a request for Tonya, Eli, and Pablo to be on the same Zoom together.
Got it. That's an excellent request. I will ask them to go ahead and save the date and plan to be here.
That never happens.
It doesn't.
So I was setting up those custom states that we spoke about this morning.
Yep. How did that go?
Yeah, great. Super easy. But so as you can see, like get rid of my chats. But yeah, it now changes them to this. But so I've set a state when obviously when this is clicked that this changes. But is there a way to stack states? So if this changed and this is clicked, then this becomes a monthly view or a weekly view, or if this clicks and this clicks, then it does something else.
Got it. So how are the daily, weekly, and monthly currently run? That's also a state, or is it part of the?
They are. I'm not sure they're even set up.
Okay. All right, hang on just a second. I'll be right back.
Okay.
This can be done, I believe. The graph that you are showing at the bottom is data that is coming from database, right?
Yeah, correct.
Yeah. So we have done something similar. Maybe Tonya will give you better. But
Go for it. No, go for it, please. If you know how to do this, please.
It's just that you will have to, okay, daily, weekly, and monthly. So when you say daily, what are the data that you want to show in the?
So I want to show it down the bottom, make it like every day. And then if it's weekly, it's maybe every Monday. And if it's monthly, then the first of every month. Have you done much with Chart.js? Because it seems like a bit of a tricky one.
What we had done was monthly, quarterly, and yearly. Okay, and then we had an option for them to choose which month, which quarter, and which year. Okay, and that was straightforward. We just had to search for the records and then say which is in between this date to this date based on which month they select, or which quarter they select, or which year they select.
So would be, what would the conditional be? Was it a conditional?
Yeah, not here, but in the search.
In the search.
Yeah.
Oh,
So you're searching
different charts per search.
No, we just had one search where we are just giving them from and to, and this from and to is coming from custom state. I mean, from date and to date. Okay, so since we have done it on monthly, quarterly, and yearly, if it's a monthly thing, then it should be first of this month till last of this month, right? So in the search, we I mean, in the database, we have a date, which is like date sold, for example. Okay, and since it's a date, what we would do is this date is greater than or equal to first of this month. Okay, and the last of this month, or lesser than the first of next month at 12 a.m. Okay, which becomes all the sales that are within this month. And this from and to is coming from custom state, because they could change the month as well. Okay, so the month, whenever they change, will directly go in the custom state, and we are using custom state to show this graph.
So, okay, so is it on where he says search for social accounts? Like, was this in the filters?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So have you worked with filters much, Ben?
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
Lots.
Okay. So he was just saying you would go ahead and filter the search.
But what if I want?
But I think his
Is it slightly different?
Yeah, slightly different, because he wants to show it. He wants to show a different graph based on different conditions.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
So that the other thing you can do is you can stack different graphs themselves and just show the one, like, and just show the daily one versus the weekly one versus the monthly one, depending on what that state is. And then, you don't like that one, Ritesh? You're like, no,
I think what he can do is you are using this plugin, right?
Yeah, Charts.js.
Yeah. So can you come down a bit and in the chart itself? I mean the properties of the chart. Sorry. Yeah, here you can define what needs to be shown, right?
Yeah.
And in the condition, I believe you can put the you can change the all the properties of the chart based on condition. So instead of stacking 2 or 3 more charts, what probably you can do is you can have a custom state which says if it's a daily, weekly, or monthly. Okay, and by default, if it's daily, then you give the main properties of it over here.
Mhm.
Okay, and based on the condition, you can change the properties of those graphs. Maybe.
So the question I've got is, if someone clicks, they want to see the total followers, which is this here, in a line chart by weekly. Is there a way to just stack them? Do you know what I mean? Like, and then, okay, I want to see this one.
That's what he's saying, Ben, is so if you go into your conditional for the chart itself, if you go into the conditional, just define a new condition at the bottom.
Yep.
So based on like when the thing is you have there's going to be a lot of different combinations.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
That's why I was thinking that having the 3 different charts is not too many charts to have on the page. So you can you can stack them. So like you could even stack them in a reusable, right? And but you might not want to do the reusable because the states and stuff. And I get that. But you stack the charts in groups that you can hide and show based on like the state of daily, weekly, or monthly.
Yep.
And then have that part of the chart set because you already have the bar chart, line chart, horizontal, like you know how to do that part, right? And then the only thing left to solve for is changing the different data that you're sending in to that with the clicks on the left.
Yeah.
Have you figured that part out or no?
No.
Okay. All right. Well, so
I know how to do get that in there.
Okay.
Do I have to make like unlimited combinations of that plus that equals this, and then do another one?
No, because you already have the bar chart, line chart, horizontal, stacked area. That's all working, right?
Correct.
So now if you just make 2 more of those chart elements and stack them one on top of each other, what you're going to do is hide and collapse them based on another custom state that you make, which is going to store daily, weekly, or monthly.
Gotcha. Yeah.
And so then you have the dates all set. You don't have to do those dynamically other than through those states. And then you just send in however you were sending in the data before, you would send it into that group. And you could send it into all of them, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay. All right.
But the only one that will show is the one that they have selected daily, weekly, or monthly.
Yeah. Gotcha. All right. I'm going to start working on that, then stacking them.
Okay.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Tonya, I just have one question here.
Sure.
Just curious to know. Last time when I was working on a project, I had similar situation where I had to create a lot of combinations. Okay. So what I did is, based on the conditions that we have, I created a repeating group, which is not shown on the front.
Sure.
Okay. It's just to get the values for the graph. Okay. Multiple values. I mean, values in a list, right? And I used that group, okay, for getting certain conditions. Like, for example, he has now daily, monthly, and weekly for different criteria, right? So I created one chart which would refer to this repeating group, okay, and I gave in that chart to show like daily, monthly, and weekly, or daily, weekly, and monthly, for example. Okay, and that repeating group, I put condition saying, okay, if this is the condition, then repeating group value should be this. If this is a condition, then repeating group value should be this. That way, I just have to set at 2 places. Does this make sense? Or
yeah, absolutely. And that's very similar to like Like we do that quite often in Canvas. We'll have hidden repeating groups in
Right.
the hidden variables section, like in the pop-up, and then we'll
Right.
refer to those. So absolutely that makes sense. It also makes sense in like virtual data types, which we did the very first time we ever had Eli on Office Hours, episode number 85. Almost 100
Okay.
episodes ago. Yeah. He actually has a plugin for doing like virtual data types and things like that, for being able to affect your repeating groups quickly and
Okay.
I wouldn't say easily, but quickly for sure, for performance reasons. So yeah, no, absolutely. If you want to show on your screen and do some like kind of show Ben what you're talking about, that would be cool. Or Ben,
Okay.
does that sound like something you're interested in
Yes, please.
learning? Okay, yes, please.
Okay. Let me share my screen.
But I do know for one thing is for sure, if you're facing a lot of different states that you're going to be placing in a lot of different conditionals on a single element, it usually makes sense to not do that, because maintenance of it is really, really expensive.
What is expensive? Sorry.
The maintenance of a bunch of conditionals all over the place is very expensive to maintain.
That's the reason I wanted to use it this way, so that if I want to change anywhere, I mean anything, then I can do it at one place, and it gets review. It's still under construction.
Yeah, changing things in one place versus a million places is definitely the way to go.
Exactly. So let me just show. So this is a repeating group, which shows details of users who have applied, and they have a lot of filters. Okay, and what we did, I mean, there was one thing I think in the repeating group. Let me just show the hidden repeating group. Somewhere here. Yeah, this one and this one. Yeah, so there were two criteria. One is we have to search by name, and we should be able to filter out using any of these. And then this repeating group will be shown. Okay, so what we did is we used a repeating group which is hidden, which will take the values from any, I mean, it'll get the values from the searches, and then we are using this over here.
Okay, so
let me
input.
Oh, what is this button? Can I hide it for now? This one. Oh, both are there. The reason why we had to do this is because here we are searching for what?
Input.
There's users. Okay, so we had users and we had oh yeah. Okay, so these are language pairs, okay, which are connected to users. Okay, so the database is translation language pair, which will have all the details, and which will also have users.
Okay.
Right, and in the front end, this repeating group is of type translation language pair, but they also want to filter out by users.
Okay.
Okay, so they should be able to filter out based on the users resident country, users native country, and few details which are related to
Like the
users.
current user?
No,
No.
I mean,
Okay, different user. Like
yeah.
you're searching the database for users?
right.
Okay.
This is language translation language pairs. Okay, but these
Got
are
it.
linked to a user. So all the details related to language pairs are here. They can
So
filter
you're
out.
okay, got it. So you're looking for people who can translate from English to French, for instance,
Exactly. Yeah.
with some other
Right.
other fields as well.
Right.
Okay, got it. I understand. And so you're using the hidden group to
Right.
do the filtering and then
Right.
displaying what's coming up in the hidden repeating group in the repeating group below.
Right.
But is that what's the
thing is, even in this repeating group, I have to add few conditions. Okay.
got it? Okay.
So what I'm doing is instead of like putting nine conditions here, okay, I'm just putting 3 conditions here and 3 conditions here.
Got it. Okay.
When
Yep.
multiplied, it will become 9.
Got
okay?
it. Okay. Got it.
So-
Yep. That makes sense. Yep. Did you follow that, Ben? He was using,
Yeah.
he was doing a stepped approach to the filtering. He was doing one repeating group to narrow it down by one set of things, and then the actual repeating group to filter down the rest.
Yeah, so it's essentially filters rather than, from what I took out of it,
Yeah.
using filters as opposed to setting custom states.
Exactly.
Okay, cool, awesome. Thank you.
You're welcome. Okay, so
Yep. It's your turn again.
we tried with the new responsive engine for repeating group, and we were successful in getting the repeating group, but again we didn't know how to set where what a pagination comes along with the table. Somehow stuck there.
Oh, the fixed cells, fixed number of cells.
Oh, it's in this project itself. Let me show. Purchase order. Yeah, that's right. So I gave the condition over here for the repeating group is I didn't give the fixed number of rows. Okay, I gave minimum height of rows as 65 pixels, and the width is 100% because it each this thing is 100%, one full row. Okay, and I've given horizontal scrolling, and here I've given it left aligned. The element is visible on page. Horizontal alignment is again left. Width is 95% of the parent, and it can increase to any available width. Okay, and yeah, that's what I've given here. Then, okay, where is that coming from? Let me just go here. Yeah, so this horizontal scrolling, okay, it's going at the bottom. There is just one record. And if this comes soon after this repeating group on the table, it would be nice. I've given it this way so that it works even on mobile phones. They can just scroll towards right.
Have you tried the drag to scroll?
Sorry,
like-
what is it?
The drag to scroll, where you can click anywhere and just drag it around.
No.
Oh,
It's
I
a
like
plugin?
that plugin really. Like I like that plugin a lot. Yep.
Okay.
And then just type in, yeah, drag.
When I was first trying this plugin page, I thought something is wrong with my system.
Same. Eli was like, what can we do to make the editor better? And I said, can we fix the plugins? Yes, that one. I love this. It's such a simple one, but it makes it so nice. You just have to indicate to people that you can scroll, but now if you preview on your page, or I guess you have to place it on the page, like, and do the map it to the ID. It's the horizontal drag is what it's called. Horizontal drag. Yeah. There you go.
Okay. Okay.
Yep. So
I can
just,
place it anywhere, right?
yep,
Mhm.
anywhere. And then you just need to connect it with
Yep.
the repeating group. Well, maybe they don't. I think that's the way you do it. Yeah, just go ahead and put an ID attribute in there, because I'm pretty sure that's how that works.
So let's see.
There you, yeah. Okay, and now
Okay.
if you preview,
I can get this down.
no, it doesn't work in the new responsive engine. Please don't tell me that.
I mean, does it even work on desktops with mouse?
Oh yeah, it does. It's awesome. It's really awesome.
Okay.
When it works, it's really awesome. But yeah, but it's I don't know why it's not working, other than it's the new responsive, and I've never tested it in the new responsive before.
Okay. Okay.
So, but what was your question? I don't even know if that was your question.
No, I mean, we have too many columns to be shown. Okay, so
Okay.
what I wanted is, if the screen is big enough to handle, to get all this, what I say, columns, then it shows within one screen. But if not, if we are using a smaller screen or something like that, then it should allow us to scroll towards right, which is happening. Okay, that's good. But I want the scroll to be shown soon after the record's ending, not way too below.
Oh, got it. Okay.
I'm not sure if I've given a minimum height or something for this, which is repeating group for JS orders. Height is 300.
Yeah, that looks like more than 300 to me.
Yeah. It seems to be more than 300. Let me make it 200 just to check if it reduces. And this I've given as height 100% of the parent, so it just goes to, what is this? This is 30, and this is,
I mean, we could make the minimum height the height of one cell, which I think you made 65 or something like that.
yeah. Let's try that.
Nope. Let's just check inside the Yeah, inside the repeating group, inside the cell itself. No, just move that out of the way. Just go into inside the cell in the repeating group on the
Okay.
editor page. Yeah.
I've created two
Two things,
groups
and they're
here,
taking up
so
the full height, right?
I've created one group which combines these two groups again. This group is of type column,
Mhm.
and these groups are of type rows because we are stacking it horizontally.
Got it. And
this height is 30. Same here, this is also 30. Should I be making it fixed width?
this element fixed height.
Yeah, height. Let me make this as fixed height, because anyways, I don't want to change that. This one is 100% 95. Element fixed width. Repeating group 90. This is width. Height is 100% of the parent, and parent has minimum of 65. Maximum should grow based on how many records we have, for example.
Right. Nope. That's annoying. Okay. So, and you did that scroll bar on purpose, like you, or did the
You mean
scroll
this
bar
one?
just yeah, that just happens to be part of like bubble.
I have given it as horizontal scroll somewhere here.
Okay.
Yeah, here.
So you made it a horizontal scroll, so that's why it's showing.
Right.
I don't
So-
know why. I think maybe it's a canvas thing. When I do horizontal scroll on canvas, like the horizontal scroll looks different and it barely ever shows up. It's really annoying, actually.
Okay. You mean
But
this
that's
will
old
not
responsive.
be shown?
Yeah, well, no. So the styling of the horizontal scroll in canvas
That depends.
is different.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's right.
So,
that's right.
but, and there's no other records in there, right?
Yeah, no other records. It's just one record that I
one
created
record.
for testing. So this is
Okay.
just one record.
Just one record. Okay.
Yeah.
And then,
and because I've given this, I mean, we can give the minimum width of each of these elements, and the minimum width of each of these elements put together is more than 100% of the parent element.
okay.
Okay, and that's why we are having this scroll.
Right.
I understood that this is, I mean, with the new responsive engine, we can get it done this way, where you can set the minimum width of these elements, and if it goes beyond the parent group's width,
Okay, so
then
I
we
have
will
a
have the
question
scroll.
for you. So go back to the page.
Right.
And then click into the repeating group. And then go to appearance. I think you need to drag that repeating group and make it smaller so that only one cell is showing. Like only one row is showing. Like on the page itself.
Should I click on collapse when hidden?
Oh, you could try that, but I think that's for the whole repeating group. I don't think that's for the height of the repeating group. If it is, that's awesome.
Oh, no. Okay,
no. Okay, so click into it on the page itself. Nope. You're not going to work in there. Click, on the, click out of there and click onto the repeating group. Go down to the bottom and then like, does it let you drag? You're in the new responsive. Maybe you do have to do it from there. So go to the height. The repeating group is fixed height. That's why it's happening. Uncheck the fixed. Uncheck the repeating group's fixed height, and then make the minimum height the pixels.
Okay.
65, I think, is what we said, or 60 or something like that, and change it from percent to pixels. And then preview. Nope, it hates.
No, because the maximum is infinite, so let's try this one. Now it should work. Yeah, now it works, but okay.
But that's not ideal.
Yeah, I just have to make it like, let's say 90, for example. Right.
Yeah, but that's not what you want either, because you want it to expand up to a certain point, or maybe in total, right?
Right. So now it works, but since, okay, let me just check why this was going to, okay, this is, oh, maybe I have to do this.
There you go.
Right.
Fingers crossed. Here we go.
Yeah.
Yay! Now we gotta add another record so we can test and make sure.
Yeah. And that's directly add here because I don't have. Something, product code something, service, let's add. Maybe I'll just leave it. Oh, did I do something fixed? Let's purchase order. It's repeating group. Height is minimum 90, but it can go to infinite. And the cell is 65. Minimum height of the row is 65. Search for views, no other things added. Group. Oh, that's 95%, that's fine. Let me make it as 150. This was 65.
So you're allowing
okay.
scrolling, but that's not going to work.
Yeah.
We gotta...
This one should be 150 fit height to content.
Hey Ben, have you played with any of this stuff?
Content overflow.
Not gonna lie, I totally flagged out the last 10 minutes, so I'm not sure.
Oh, that's okay. We're working on the new responsive engine, and we're having trouble getting the height of the repeating group to be dynamic according to however many records there are, like how long the list is.
Oh, okay. Can you show me the repeating group height?
Yep. So this is the repeating group that we have, the height. Okay, so you want to see the height of the repeating group as a whole, right?
Yeah.
I've given it as 100% of the parent, and the parent group has height of 150 minimum. It can go to any height with fit height to content.
Okay, and then what about on the repeating group itself, not the parent?
It's just 100%. Oh, should I be make this element fixed height? Because anyways, it's 100%.
No.
I don't think it should be fixed height. I think that you should not be referring to like take the fixed height off.
But this is 100%, so it will grow along with the parent, right? No.
Yeah, but the parent's not the one that's determining the height. The one that's
Repeating
inside
group
should
is.
be determining the height, right? So the repeating group should be determining the height, not the
Ah.
parent group.
Mhm.
Okay. Okay. And
So
so this should not be.
so I wouldn't put a minimum height on the repeating group.
Make it 0. Yeah.
I would make it 0.
Okay. Okay.
And I wouldn't give it a maximum height either.
Okay.
And then the parent group,
You do the
It's-
same, wouldn't you?
yeah, the parent group I would fit height to content. But then I would make the minimum height probably like 0 and
Yeah.
and leave the max height unentered. Let's
That's
try that.
right.
And now it's not showing anything. I made your problem 100 times worse. Ritesh.
Let's try this. Nah.
So what you're trying to do is essentially do a show or record, like a horizontal scroll. Is that right? Or
Yeah.
sorry.
Yeah. So
vertical
I
scroll?
want minimum width of each of these elements to be fixed, the minimum width, so that it shows neatly. So with the new
Okay.
what has happened?
So you need to put
Oh.
all those things in a group then?
Yeah. So it should be shown, and I've put it in the group. Let me show it again. So I have added one group, that is group PO each row, which is of type. Oh, sorry, not this one. How do I go here? Yeah, this is of type column, because I have two groups stacked, one below the other, and each of this group is in a row because we have put elements stacked horizontally. And I've given minimum width for each of these elements. Okay, so I understood that with the new responsive engine, if I give minimum width for each of these elements, then if it doesn't fit in within the parent group's width, then it will allow us to scroll like this. Right now, what has happened is it has added the second record over here. I don't know for what reason.
Okay, and it's stretched out parts it
Right.
doesn't need to. Like where that $sign is, I'm assuming there's supposed to be some content under that.
Yeah, we have added two records, so there should have been one more row, which should show this one. For example, if I go to this one and change the height to, let's say, 150, I believe this would come properly. But yeah, it should come this way.
But now it's only showing 2 records. How many records are in that does that?
Two.
Two.
There's just
Oh.
2. No, the original problem was that the scroll bar was way down at the bottom of the screen and
Right.
not visible, and we wanted it to be right underneath the last record, which we've achieved, but we've achieved it in sort of a hard-coded way. We need to
Right.
do it in a dynamic way so that no matter how many records there are, it's just at the bottom. It's floating
you
at the bottom.
Tried using your favorite plugin?
I did try. We did try at the favorite plugin, and it's
Yeah.
not working. So, but, and I think that's again like a compatibility issue with the new responsive engine. You know, one thing we could try though, Ritesh, is I noticed that you made the ID like capitalized and with a
Okay.
dash in it. We could try it all lowercase and leave the dash out and see if that works.
Okay, let me try that. Maybe. Mhm.
No, it doesn't work. Ben,
Yeah,
they
yeah,
need
I mean,
to catch up.
I don't know how you do this without controlling the mouse, Tonya. I really don't. So you've got the top line, which is your heading, and the repeating group in a group. Is that right?
I've added both of them in the repeating group, hiding this one.
Oh, so that's
apart
part
from
of the
first one.
repeating group.
Yeah.
Oh, gotcha. So your heading is part of the repeating group.
I can move it out of the repeating group as well. That shouldn't be a problem.
Or you can leave it in and then you can just hide it when the index is
Right,
not one.
right. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what I've
Or
done
something
now.
like that. So that should be fine. That's not what's happening here. What's happening here is on that
The height is
repeating.
not getting adjusted accordingly.
Is
Yeah,
it in another group? So if you go in your parent-child, is there another group around it that's stopping it?
Within this, no. It's all elements.
There's not another group there.
No. I think it has something to do with the height of repeating group and this
and the group, the purchase orders group.
okay, let me just do one thing just for trial. I go here and maybe I'll make this as 300 and the repeating group. Oh, this increases infinitely with this.
There has to be something stopping that from just pushing down.
Okay. Why? We don't have fit to content in the repeating group.
No.
Make this element fixed height.
We don't want it fixed height.
No.
We have 65 pixels. Okay. Just a minute. We have here 65. So 35 minimum height. Okay, let me make this as fixed with 35, 310, around 400, because we have did we have we had somewhere here, I believe.
I kind of want to build this in the sandbox and see if I can get it working.
Oh, I'm going to do that now. Or something similar anyway.
Okay, here we have this one, fit content, and I go here and go to appearance and make this as 10% of parent group. But this goes here.
Yeah, let me just share my screen and I'm gonna
Okay.
try something here. So new page. And we're going to have, go ahead and convert. So come down here, I'm going to have a repeating group. And fixed number of rows. Don't want that. Do want minimum height of row. We'll leave it 100 pixels. So then I'm going to come here. I'm going to make the layout column. Which moved my repeating group here exactly the way I want it. All right, and then this is layout will also be column. And then I want it to be horizontal scrolling. Collapse in. Where did you get the horizontal scrolling? Ritesh?
Sorry, I was on mute. Go to
That's okay.
appearance.
Mm-hmm.
You'll have to remove the columns. I mean, the fixed number of columns,
Okay,
and there you get the horizontal scroll.
got it. Okay.
And maybe change the column width to 100%.
Minimum width of the column is 100%. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, and then so now I need to put some elements in there. It doesn't have to come from my database. Basically, all I need to do is I can have like the user to search for users. Because I know I have at least one user. And don't have a fixed number of rows. So now my height is the issue. Make this fixed. So the reason I'm doing this is the way I would do this in the old responsive engine, which probably has no application here whatsoever,
Mhm.
is I would only show one row. I wouldn't set it to be fixed number of rows, but I'd only
Right.
show one row, and then I would expect it to expand as I needed it to.
Okay.
And then I could limit it if I wanted to limit how many things were shown. I could
Right.
actually limit the number of things shown. So I wonder how many users I have now. 3. That's good enough. So if I just come in here to the design and wait, no, I don't want to list numbers. Here. So if I just bring in a text element here and I say current cells users first, and I preview. And it's only showing me the one. Oh, it's showing me the 3, but they're going off to the side, which was the same problem that you were having.
Yeah.
because what happened is I have on this repeating group here, I don't have a set fixed number of columns.
Yeah, I was about to say
Mhm.
that.
So if I come back here and I do it this way, now I just am showing the 1, which is not what I want. So I don't want the fixed number of rows. So I preview. And now I have my 3 showing, but see how it's just that 1 on the screen. So now if I force this so that it has to scroll, and I say, okay, so I have this, maybe my layout here and here, the layout is a column. So let me fix it to row instead. Okay, so undo this. Let's see here. Let's make each of these have the width be something crazy like 400 each. For
Mhm.
no reason other than I want to be forcing it off the page. All right, so it just dumped it down here. So, which is what I wanted, not what I wanted to do. I want this to do the forced horizontal scroll.
Have you done the width of the parent group as fixed?
I don't have
Yeah.
a parent group on it.
No parent group. I think that's where the problem's coming. That parent
Yeah,
group.
make this element fixed width. I mean, the repeating group that you have.
Mhm. Yep, so make the
Yeah, that
repeating
one you have
group.
to. Yeah,
There we go.
yeah. Now it should be good.
Yeah, but let's see what happens if I come down here. No, it's just gonna make it collapse there. Yeah, I see your problem, Ritesh. I just don't know how to fix it. But we could totally submit this to the vault. It would
Mhm,
make a
okay.
good video, I'm sure.
Okay.
Because the way that you force that horizontal scrolling is by having not a set fixed number of rows and not a set number of columns, right?
Yeah.
But as soon as I do that, it drops it all the way down here, which is problematic. Let me go. Let's preview.
Yeah. Now you're forcing it to come horizontal.
Yeah, but the scroll is
Yeah.
here.
Right.
Yeah. And see, this is the thing that I always have trouble with in
Oh.
Canvas. You can't get that scroll bar to show up consistently in Canvas, which is why I like that other that plugin so much. So yeah, I don't know how to make that height dynamic. It's really
Okay,
annoying.
maybe we'll.
Yeah, I'll submit it to yeah, I'll make a video and I'll submit it to the vault on your behalf for sure.
Okay, sure.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, no problem. Okay, we're going to move into our after hours section of the evening. We're going to be back here tomorrow at 6 p.m. Pacific time for episode number 173 of Pro NoCoders Office Hours. Thank you so much for watching. If you would like to join us in office hours and get your bubble questions answered, or at least a way into the vault, as sometimes happens, please do sign up at pronocoders.com, and we'll see you soon.